Welcome, everyone. Thank you for attending the breakfast this morning. I am happy to share some of my scouting experiences with you, along with the major impacts they have had on my life. While scouting fosters an endless combination of interests and skills, I would like to share just 3 of the benefits I received: a love of nature, self-confidence, and leadership experience. All right, 2.5. When I was younger, campouts exposed me to the wonders of the outdoors and gave me opportunities to push my mental and physical limits. At my very first campout, a 3-day winter survival trip, we learned how to build a Quincy hut, transport heavy packs via sleds, and cook chicken, rice, and vegetables in the snow. I also learned about the 3 W's when dressing: wicking, warmth, and wind. And most importantly, that cotton is rotten. Proper practices make winter survivable and in every bit as comfortable as summer, believe it or not. In fact, winter quickly became my favorite season. At my first summer camp, I eventually conquered my paralyzing fear of deep, dark water, a result of watching the movie Jaws at a far too impressionable age. I also learned how to encourage my fellow homesick friends who did not share the comfort of having their father at camp as I did. Fast forward 5 years, when my biggest scouting adventure took place at Philmont Scout Ranch in New Mexico. There, my longtime fellow scouts, 4 parents, and I, serving as crew leader, embarked on a 12-day backpacking trek. As with any strenuous endeavor, our cooperation and happiness together was greatly tested at times. However, I'm glad to say that we were able to overcome any tension, and we remained a cohesive unit despite the fact that we had to trudge up steep inclines, endured daily torrential downpours, and suffered hunger pains from the occasional inadequate supply of trail mix. The photo we see here was captured on our last day of the trek, where my dad and I were happy to be done, yet already thinking we could tackle it all over again. But most importantly, we were beyond ecstatic to soon be taking a shower. That final trip created fond memories and formed lasting friendships. Scouting gave me courage to go places I had never been to and surround myself with new people. After years of having my heart set on attending a fine local college, I surprised everyone, including myself, when I enrolled at Bowdoin College, a small liberal arts school in Maine, 1,600 miles away from home. Until then, Chicago was the farthest east I had ever gone. The first year was tough and often felt overwhelming with the rigorous schedule and long-distance support system from my family. But I regrouped and did better my second year, getting into the groove and getting much more involved on campus. I'm now a junior at Bowdoin, majoring in, despite Jaws, Earth and Oceanographic Science. I will also continue my favorite winter pastime and sport, Nordic skiing, on the beautiful New England trails in the winter. Following the trend of traveling outside of my comfort zone, 1 week ago, I just got back from a semester-long study abroad program in Iceland and Greenland. There, our group of 20 students from across the United States studied climate change and its effect that it would have on the Arctic, and we also attended the 2016 Arctic Circle Assembly in Reykjavik. Our learning was mixed with fun excursions. We visited glaciers, geothermal hot pools, including the dazzling Blue Lagoon, geysers, icebergs, and lava flows. We saw humpback whales, small Icelandic horses, Arctic foxes, and more sheep than we could even count when we tried our hand at shepherding on one cold, windy, rainy day. One of my friends who was with me slipped and fell down a waterfall, but he's okay now. It just goes to show that shepherding is not everyone's forte. We sampled local cuisine, including Greenlandic shrimp, seal blubber, which is actually like eating a small balloon filled with oil, and the taste lingers in your mouth for hours afterwards. It was quite unpleasant, definitely one of my least favorite things I ate there. At least I didn't eat the rotten shark dish that was afterwards. We also ate muskox, minke whale, and countless lamb dishes. We lived with Icelandic host families and appreciated their hospitality and generosity. And of course, we studied the causes and effects of climate change and ways to implement practices to preserve our natural environment for the future. For my final project, I researched watersheds in the northwestern fjords of Iceland, attempting to predict what would happen to the health of those environments in the face of rising temperatures. My love for ice and snow and my concern for the Arctic and its well-being stemmed from that first winter campout when I was 12 years old. And the 3 W's learned on that trip have essentially kept me alive as I've pursued my cold climate studies and sports. Needless to say, studying abroad was a remarkable experience, and I am thankful that Scouting prepared me for it. Through outstanding adult mentorship, fun and excitable peers, immersion in nature, and a plethora of interests and skills that is presented in merit badge work, Scouting gave me the interests and skills that make me who I am today. I hope that the Boy Scouts of America and all those who support it will continue to have such strong, life-changing impacts on the lives of our youth of tomorrow as it did on mine.